Hello, my name is Jim Mullany from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Friday, April 24th, 2020. Here at SciTech, we're following all the necessary protocol for mask and gloves and social distancing. However, for this video, I took my mask off because you wouldn't be able to hear what I'm saying with all the noise of the exhaust fan. So only for this video, we not abiding by the rules here and everyone's staying away. We do not give our customers' name out on the videos, so I'll reference their PO. It's 8056093. This is actually a project where they purchased 2 of the HTC box washers. One's been delivered. This one has been ready for a few months now. We need to move it because we have other HTCs to be refurbished. And this is the one spot that has the special 100 amp system to be able to do all of the testing and all of the exhausting and so forth. This system has been fully remanufactured. It's actually been upgraded much further than we normally do. The customer on the first system made changes at their site that we've then duplicated here. First, I'll review our refurbished specification, then I'll talk about some of the specific things we did. This is an HTC 80. I won't go into the racks that were included because the customer redesigned our racks and we had to build new racks instead because of the nature of the parts they were cleaning. But it's all 8-inch material. So this is an HTC 8020 box washer. This is designed to clean cassettes and boxes for wafer fab processing and other materials. Our normal remanufacturing process, we go through, we rebuild the main DI pump, we inspect and replace the upper wash hubs and bearings if necessary. We inspect all wash arms, replace if necessary, replace all the vinyl tubing in the back, inspect the air heater, clean all stainless steel surfaces, confirm the solenoid valves and functions. A lot of them have been replaced with new, but we'll talk about that. Inspect the blower fan, make sure it works. The surfactant pump was replaced. We also are supplying a new or fully tested contact box. And I'll talk about the hot DI system and so forth. This system also has a brand new HEPA filter. But let me talk about some of the minimal things we've done, not minimal. So down below, the system's been totally refurbished. Down here are the valving. You can't see them, but those are all the air knife valves. The old valves from the OEM, which was ENTEGRIS, they used actual ones that were brass. The customer with us upgraded to all stainless steel valves at their site. We include the stainless steel valves here. This motor's been fully refurbished. This is where the air handling system is. We've gone through and replaced a brand new HEPA filter and a brand new pre-filter. Gone through and rebuilt the motor. All of the Teflon tubing's been gone through. We have new pulleys and new brackets down below. This wires get stretched out over time and the backs don't work. So down below has been totally gone through. I'm gonna just go to the back and talk. We have all new vinyl tubing as we talked about. We put in all new Humphrey valves for all the valving, for all the arms, and for the exhaust ducting. We've gone through the complete hot water heater. We've replaced all of the plumbing back in the back. We put a new surfactant bottle on here. It's got a new surfactant pump. As you can see, it's basically been going through. It's almost like new condition. Actually, it's better than new because of the upgrades we did compared to the OEM's original design. This was a change the customer wanted also. This support bar was modified to be much more rigid. The OEM support bar is flimsy, so that's been done. We replaced the whole front panel. We've rebuilt the door seal kits. We've replaced your DI spray nozzles. That's down below for the wash system. The whole inside's gone through. We've cleaned out and replaced a lot of the N2 air knives on top and bottom. These are the top and bottom hubs. These have been taken apart. New ball bearings have been put inside. We put brand new plexiglass windows on the system. So as you can see, we've gone through extensive remanufacturing of this tool. Again, in the fab, a customer would not know it's not new. What we did not replace new is the controller. The Omron controller works fine. There's no reason to replace it. We normally don't open the electronics cabinet, but I will for us. Okay, the electronic cabinet is nice and clean. All the wiring's been cleaned up. Make sure it's all tight. It's all beautiful. We have an Omron over temp sensor here. We also have down below, we have exhaust sensors that must have the appropriate exhaust. Every house facility has different exhausting capabilities. So one of the key things is these exhaust sensors got to be recalibrated to after you hook up your house exhaust, because your house exhaust is probably stronger or maybe less strong than our exhaust system. So that has to be calibrated. Then that's a safety interlock. I'm going to go ahead and close these back. Okay, I got to close this. These are safety interlocks, so it wouldn't start if I don't close everything. Also on the safety interlocks, the exhaust, if you don't meet the correct exhausting, it won't work. So, on a typical process, the customer loads up whatever they're trying to clean. In this case, we're doing dummy runs we have a lot of 8-inch cassettes here. We also are doing some testing. Since this tool has been here for a few months, we've been using it to clean our own cassettes. So we sell quite a lot of cassettes here at SciTech. So we have had a lot of our cassettes here and been running through the test. This system has been burned through more times than any other system we've ever had. It's probably ran, I would say, at least over the time of the whole rebuild 100 times. So you saw how easy it was to just slide the racks in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to start the unit. We'll watch it go through the wash cycles. However, when it goes into the dry, we're going to turn the camera off because there'll be a half hour of nothing happening but just the air system blowing. And then I'll turn the camera on with about a minute to go. We'll be able to watch the Omron countdown, see the process finish, and let me open the door and take out the clean, dry substrates. So, I go to the start here. You can do normal cycle, a dry only, a custom cycle. You can change the timer settings or exit. In our case, you have to make sure the door's closed, which it is. We always put this extra reminder on there because these doors, as you hear, they click and people go like this and they, oh, maybe I'm not sure. We always say click it all the way. So you just load your substrates and you hit normal cycle. That just locked the door. So these are preset. So right now there'll be a surfactant dispense and after it fills up. So during the wash cycles, the DI fills. If it doesn't fill up in time and doesn't meet the sensor, you'll get an abort. It fills up, it spikes in surfactant, and it'll go through a wash cycle. Okay, the surfactant's now turned off and the DI fill is still on. Sometimes I look inside, you can see there we go. So this is the wash cycle. A typical wash cycle is 1 minute, 60 seconds. So there's a preset of 60 and there's the countdown. We're at 52 seconds, 51. Then what happens, it'll go through and drain out the back and it has multiple wash cycles before it goes into the dry. And this is kind of boring. You got 21 seconds. Not much to really do during these processes, but we'll keep the camera on until we at least go into the dry cycle. Okay, so now what happens is we're going through the drain. The drain has a 20-second timer. I always like to look to see, I see the water draining out back myself. You don't have to do the camera on this, but I can see all the water draining out. There we go. Looks like it's almost done. The drain's working well. That's all done via the diverter valve down below. Okay. Now we're doing back another DI fill. So we do the wash and then we do rinses. So now on the rinse, you notice there's no surfactant spike because now we're doing a rinse. Some customers like to run for the demo we don't do it, but for the wash cycle, because it's one wash cycle, they run it for more than a minute. They can run it for 5, 6 minutes if they want, depending on what they're trying to clean in their facility. Same thing, 30-second now spraying, rinse cycle 1. So now we're in the first drain of the rinse. Yep, I can see the drain valve, it's opening because I can see all the the DI flowing out. For reference, in the HTC 8020 module, they use the Omron temp controllers. These temp controllers they're set manually, and there's a PID for overshooting that the customer can adjust. But this is how you adjust your water temperature and your drying temperature. We should be going into we're filling again. And when you have the fill timer, once the DI hits the sensor, when it's full, it then automatically goes into the wash. It doesn't count down the whole 100 seconds. So now we're into the rinse 2. Up here, rinse cycle 2 spraying. Alrighty, we're into the drain again. Another 10 seconds. Now we're in rinse cycle 3. So the program that's built in is 1 wash with surfactant and then 3 quality rinses. And we're now filling for the rinse number 3 process. So now we're going into the dry process. What's happening now, you have a large blower that I described earlier down below. It's blowing air through the hot air system, through the HEPA filter, the pre-filter and the HEPA filter. It then comes up and blows into the chamber and it gets sucked out through the 2 back exhaust chambers. So we have a short run, we're only doing 30 minutes. A lot of customers run maybe like 40 minutes, 45. This customer is going to keep a nice tight, for throughput, short process. So we got 30 minutes. We'll go ahead and turn the camera off because again, there's nothing to watch here. And in 29 minutes, with 1 minute, we'll come back and turn it back on. Thank you. Okay, so we're down to, we just had the cool down. We're down to 0. Now what happens is there's a dry cool down step. So the process is a wash, rinse, 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 dry. Then you have a 120-second cool down. What that's for is your air heater is so hot because it's been running that now it turns off and the air keeps blowing over to help it cool down for the longevity of the air heater. So it'll take about, we still have about a minute, exactly a minute and a half, 90 seconds. As soon as that's over, you'll see process over and I'll be able to open it. Okay, so we still have about another 65 seconds. Okay, 28 seconds left. As you can see, the air heater now is off and only the blower is on. During the dry process, they would both be illuminated. Okay, here we go. Process just ended. I heard the back air dampeners close. Now you can either reset. Okay, it takes you back to the screen. I'm going to hit exit to the main screen. There we go. So now you open up. I heard it unlock. All right, first I can feel the warm air coming out. Actually, you got to make sure you don't touch anything too hot because it is pretty warm. Cassettes are nice and warm. They're basically at 60 degrees C, 60 to 70 degrees C. They are bone dry and nice and warm. Let's look at the 8-inch. Rack's a little warm there. Got to let it cool down. Okay, these are really warm too. Nice and warm, nice and dry. These are actually hot, which we expect. And the chamber, all looks good, all looks dry. Sometimes the chamber doesn't completely dry, but no, this is very nice. It looks excellent. Okay, this is a nice process. You can see the doors are clear. It's all dry now, no moisture. So, that will conclude the video source inspection of this HTC fully remanufactured 8020 box and cassette watcher. Again, my name is Jim Mullany from SciTech. Our number is 916-797-9000. You can also go to our website at scitechprocess.com. We offer a wide range of spare parts now for these HTC systems. In fact, everything I talked about in our refurb, we offer as new. We also, if you go to our website, this customer actually is a customer of ours for these also, that we offer 100% spares on all of the semi-tool spin wrench and Vertex spin wrench dryers. If you go to scitechprocess.com, you'll see all of the Richard dryers, the spare parts, the services we offer. And as of a year ago, SciTech purchased Vertec, which was Martech. So we have the OEM rights to all of the Vertec parts, and we're doing quite well now with Vertec in our company also. So this will end this video source inspection. Thank you and have a nice weekend.